Hello, welcome to BallisticNG Unit Setup tutorial. This tutorial assumes that you have everything from your 3D models and textures ready for your ship. So let's start. First off, you have to be sure that you are using Unity 2018.3.hf1. To download it, just type on Google Unity 2018.3.hf1. Go ahead, download your archive of Unity. Unity 2018X over here, left click over here, and look for Unity 2018.3.h. This one. From here, select your operational system and download it. After the installation of this Unity version, or you already have this Unity version, open Unity. After that, we're gonna start from the zero. We're gonna create a new project. Project, new. Left click. Name your project. This project is gonna just be an example. So the location of our file you can save wherever you want, but it usually goes just to your documents. Left click on create project. We are just waiting for Unity to charge up. Okay, Unity charge up. Okay, it's here. So we have this blank area to nothing. Your first step is going to left click on assets up here, import package, custom package. Left click on custom package. Now you have to find the BallisticNG folder modding. So first step, locate wherever your Steam is installed. If you have multiple drives, look for it on multiple drives. In my case, it's on my C drive. If you are using 32-bit operational system, it will be on just program files, but mine is a 64, so program files x86. Now, look for a Steam folder. Left click on your Steam folder. Steam apps. Left click on Steam apps. Common. BallisticNG. Modding. Here is the mod folder. Ballistic Unity Tools. Just double left click on the BallisticNG Unity Tools. Now Unity is gonna go take care of the package. Now this tab appears. Import Unity package. BallisticNG Tools. Click all. Left click on all over here. All. And after that, left click on import. Okay, after the setup is done, left click on setup a ship. Now, would you like to open example scenes to get your hands on scenes are structured? Left clicking on yes will load the precision delta example, but we are not going to do that. Left click on no. This is the Unity Tools Help documentation from BallisticNG. Here the documents are still not complete, but as far as custom tracks documents go, they are really decent. Yeah, for custom ships there are nothing yet. So close this tab. Left click and change close. Now up here left click on BallisticNG. Ships. Create new ship. Now, these two folders popped up. After that, go pick up the model of your ship and your textures. Models and textures. Select everything and drag them to this bottom tab of assets of your unit folder. Remember, it has to be on assets. Okay? Now, here is the 3D model of your ship. Drag the 3D model of your ship to the scene, sample scene. Demo ship. Here is the ship. Now, this thing is on a package prefab. From here, do not unpack or move anything out of it yet, because as of now you're gonna do the scaling of your ship. So, second thing is go to the in-game ship folder, left click on the in-game ship folder, and this tab on the right will appear. Now, on custom ship under custom ship module editor settings over here, there is this tab Skiller Helper Reference. Now, look for a ship that you let's say you can pick any ship you want, but for this tutorial I'm gonna pick the Tenrai. Skiller Ship Helper Reference Tenrai, and left click on update Skiller Helper. There you go. Took a while to load, this strange. Now, pick up the model of your ship, and you see this place over here. You're gonna try to make your ship fit in it. So let's go. There are these 3 pointers things over here. You can left click to move it on the directions. Ctrl Z undoes the command. Right mouse button on this middle panel makes you look around it. And while you do that, you can press WASD to move around. So A goes left, D goes right, W goes forward, S goes backward, and with this you go navigation over. It's kind of complicated, but you will get used to. So first off, our ship is facing the wrong way around. So on this transform tab over here, see, we gonna go over here to rotation. So we see over here that our y-axis is this green, so we're gonna rotate our ship 180 degrees on the y-axis. By coming over here, it's at 0, we're gonna change it to 180. Just type the number and press enter. Now, the ship was successfully rotated to the place. Drag it until the center of mass kinda meets the place where the ship is. Now, up here, left click on the scale tool. Now, be careful. Do not scale the ship on this axis, because it will make the ship stretch. Use this middle white cube over here to do the scaling. Hold left click and left dragging decreases the size of the ship. Doing the same thing but dragging to the right increases the size of the ship. So we want to decrease the size of the ship until it kinda fits in there. You can also put the value of the position of the ship. So we're gonna put everything on 0. 0, 0. So it's kind in place. And now you are on the scale tool, right? left click on the move tool, and it's gonna go back to the move tool. So aqui, sorry. So here you got a whole bunch of things that you have. So here's the move tool, here's the rotate tool, here's the scale tool, here's the react tool, and here's the move, rotate, scale, selected objects. And this is the hunt tool, which as far as I know does nothing. Yeah. So okay. Going back over here, we're gonna try to put the shape kind of in place. So here we go. The blue is the z-axis, moving on the z-axis, and the y is the green axis. So we try to make it kind of fit in place over here and be about the same size. So let's just downscale it a little because it's a bit too big still. So downscaled, not too small, sorry. So a little bit bigger, there you go. I think that's good. So it kind of fits in the place, see? So back in here, we're gonna try to put it as inside as you want from this thing. You can make your ship as big or as small as you want, but for making things easier, we're gonna just put it right here. So you can see this white thing over here and these colored balls over here, and these things are in here in game shape. In the game shape folder, you can left click on this right pointing arrow, left click on it, and you're gonna see all of these things. Now I'm gonna select one of them one by one. So left click on the left vapor trail, and this point is where the left vapor trail of your ship will be. Left navigation light, same thing, engine flare, engine trail. So what we are going to do with those stuff? So first off, we're gonna take care of our lights and vapor trails. So okay, you can move them this way, right? But you can also hold V for vertex snap. What vertex snap do is just place whatever you are holding to the nearest vertex of your cursor. So I'm gonna put the left vapor trail of our ship on the left wing, on the bottom of the left wing. So hold V, left click, and drag it. See, it's snapping to the places. So we're gonna put over here. I'm gonna do the exact same thing for the left navigation light and for the right stuff in here. Left vapor trail, there. Right navigation light, there. Now I'm gonna do the exact same things for our engines. Engine flare, hold V, put it back here on your engine. Just remember about one thing. Your model, you should have at least one vertex right at the middle of your engine, like this guy, because it's a vertex snap, so it snaps to vertex. So we're gonna snap this engine flare one to the vertex. Hold V, left click, and it's mostly right there. No, it's not. So in here, there you go. I think it's in the middle, right? Yes. Now we're gonna do the exact same thing for our engine flare. V, hold it, put it in there. It's kinda off, so we're gonna try to put it right there. I can't see it. Come on. Yeah, I think that's good. You can also scale and downscale this by just using the scale tool. So I'm gonna downscale this a bit, and I'm gonna try to put it back in there, right in. Yes, it's kind of in, so over here, okay, that's good. And I'm gonna scale the engine flare down too, because it's too big. Well, you can make it as big or as small as you want. And it's not on the place that I wanted. No, it is. So, okay. A bit smaller. Yes, please. Same thing. Hold left click and dragging to the left decreases it, dragging to the right increases it, with your left mouse button. Okay, now we're gonna go to our textures. Now pay close attention because it's very so okay, here we have our out library. What you're gonna do is left click on it, out library, then left click on generate map maps to uncheck this box. And here in filter mode, we're gonna go from bilinear to point no filter. And in max size, we're gonna go from 2048 to 512. Apply. Now, you're gonna repeat this process for most of these textures, with the exception of the texture that's going to go to your cockpit, because it has one change, which is this, the cockpit diffuse. So it's the exact same procedure. So generate maps, point no filter, 2048, 512, but we're gonna check this one box up here. Alpha is transparency. Check this. Apply. Left click on apply. Also, this max size, it's about the size you make the texture. It can be a 1024, can be a 2048, can be a 4K 96, HK, whatever. It can be also 232. That's it. But I made a 512 by 512. But usually 1024 is done. But for this time around, I just made a 512 by 512. Apply. And you go repeating this for the other texture. So let's do it. So after this is done, we're gonna on this assets place over here, we're gonna left click and create 3 new materials. So left click, create material. You're gonna name this ship. Another material, create material, cockpit. Left click again, create, left click on material, double-sided. Now note, this double-sided material, it's completely dependent on what your chip is using. For instance, here's the 3D model of the ship. It's a package prefab. Left click on it. There's this arrow over here on the left. And here are the meshes that this prefab contains. In my case, my air brakes are just single faces. So here are they. Face orientation. And on top it's a normal, on the bottom it's a anti-normal. Right. So now we're gonna go back over here on these 3 materials that we made. Each one of them we're gonna do something very specific. So first off, the ship material over here, up below the inspector, ship shader, it is in standard. We're gonna change that to left click on standard, then Move your mouse to BallisticNG, then Custom Ship. Left click on Custom Ship. After that, you can drag whatever is sorry, no, not whatever. What the fuck tutorial is this? So here's our diffuse map. I called it default. You're gonna drag it to the base up here. Base. This is the base of your texture. This shape currently does not have a reflection map, so leave this empty. Now we're gonna pick up our illumination map for our ship. And here it is. Now be careful with your illumination map. Do not check alpha transparency. But if you check over here, you're gonna see that this is a pretty much fully transparent texture with just one white stripe. This is important because if it's, the Illumination map only looks for white and black colors, if I am not mistaken. No, it actually looks for many colors, but whatever is transparency, it's not going to show up in game. So going back to the material, left click on ship, over here, the material, this big ball on the assets folder. And over here, we have our custom ship material ready. Now let's move to our next material. Double-sided, left click on the double-sided material that you made. Again, up here from standard, we're gonna change it to BallisticNG. Vertex lit double-sided, left click on vertex lit double-sided. Now we're gonna drag again our base map. Here's our default. We're gonna drag up here to our texture. And we're also gonna drag our illumination map to your illumination. Okay, this is good. Now back to the back to the assets folder. We're gonna pick up cockpit. Left click on copy. Again, shader, standard. Left click on it. BallisticNG. Vertex lit transparent. Left click on vertex lit transparent. Now drag whatever is from your cockpit. So here I have my cockpit diffuse. I'm gonna put on the diffuse map on the texture, and here is the helium of the cockpit. Now pay attention. See this number over here, 2000 on the side of front shader. Change this to transparent from 3000, 3K, yes, okay. And now remember that we checked alpha is transparency and applied. So to the cockpit texture work, you have to do that. And on here, on the cockpit texture, this also needs to be untransparent on 3000. Now let's get to the texturing. So here we have the cockpit of your ship. Over here, mesh render, left click on this right arrow, materials, down it, and we have, here's the size of the texture, 2, and you have element 0 and element 1. Now this is the submesh of the cockpit mesh. On Blender, you do that by applying different textures to different faces of your ship. So, but let's not gonna dive into that for now because it's very long. Okay. Sorry, I have to go. Going back, on the element 0, you're gonna put element 0. We're gonna look for cockpit, and for element 1, you're gonna look for ship. Repeat this exact same property for cockpit no canopy. cockpit, element 1, ship, ship, yes, double click on it. So in here, these circles, you just left click in here, you can open the search thing. Up here you type it and look for it. For our external, we're just gonna leave it at that because this mesh will be discarded. To the front of the ship, the front mesh, we're gonna choose on. Notice the size of this one is just 1. Meanwhile, cockpit no canopy and the cockpit thingy is size 2. That's because of the in Blender. Charge. Oh, wait. So in here, this one mesh has 2 textures applied to it, and here are the 2 textures, and this is how you make a submesh to export, at least on Blender 2.8. Other 3D software or other versions of Blender I already don't know, sorry. So okay, for front we're gonna, on our element 0, we're gonna pick up double-sided, the double-sided material, put it in there, and you're gonna repeat the same process for left and right chair brake. Double-sided, right chair brake, also double-sided. And for the main mesh, we're gonna put on element 0 ship, which is this one, BallisticNG dash constant ship. This is for the air brakes on the front. BallisticNG vertex latch double-sided. And for the cockpit, which canopy and no canopy, BallisticNG vertex latch transparent. So this is why we make it 3 materials. Back in here, now we are mostly finished in here, but there is 2 really important steps. So you see this blue box over here, right? Demo ship. This is a prefab. Right click on it and then unpack prefab. By doing this, you can now take off the stuff that is in here and put it out, because if it is a package prefab, when you try to drag stuff outside, you can't take it off. So you have to remove the stuff for the prefab. Now this is just an example. I'm gonna delete this. So you unpack the prefab. Now here is the in-game ship folder. This thing is a folder. These cubes that are slightly for the right over here are the stuff that it is inside this folder. Now we're gonna drag cockpit, hold left control to select multiple and left click. I'm gonna pick up cockpit no canopy, left chair brake, main mesh, and right chair brake. Now we're gonna left click and hold and drag it to in-game ship folder. It has to be inside it, not outside it, okay? This is the single most important step from BallisticNG custom ships, because without this, many bugs will just creep up on your ship, like having a giant shadow, or shield and autopilot animation not playing, or cockpit view just going ape sandwich. And here we have our front. Left click on front, and here is the fronted ship folder. Drag your front for inside the fronted ship folder. It is in there. Now this leftover stuff, this is disposable and this is also disposable, so just delete it. Now left click on in-game ship. This tab will appear, and with this tab you will configure everything for your ship to work. So we're gonna go through this one by one. Just a sec. Engine flare, just me push this a bit back here. Okay, that's better. So in-game ship, going back to in-game ship, left click in-game ship. So you have all this stuff inside here, right? So let's go over the functions over here. Export ship, we're gonna leave this sitting because this actually is the last step. Editor settings, custom ship module. This is like a directory for a script or function for our ship. If it is a normal ship that is using absolutely normal stuff like normal engine flare and normal engine trail, you're just gonna leave this empty. But if it's a drag ship that is using the custom, the new ship flare animation, you're gonna type in internal what internal dash drag, and there are more command arguments for this, but I don't know many of them. In fact, I only know this one, so we're gonna blank it up. There's nothing there. Yes. So okay, you have this texture in here for the description. Okay. Second, we have the scale helper. That is that thing that we use to make a scale helper. So okay, I can select any craft in here, like Omnicom, update scale helper. Let's wait, I guess. Come on. Let's go. Hello. Hi. Where is it? Never mind. There it is. So there is the reference thingy in red, whatever. So engine sound. If you have a audio file of an engine sound, you can drag it in here to the assets folder, and then left clicking in this circle over here and selecting it on your assets. But for now we just gonna use the stock sounds of the game. So over here it's currently select the GTEC engine. I'm gonna pick up the Teamray engine, for example. Double left click on it to select it. That's it. Second, edit frontend data. So okay, this is where you configure most of the stuff of the menu of the game. For example, frontend data option, frontend ship, which is this folder in here. Don't change that, leave it the way it is. Here's the display name of your ship, the name that your ship will have when you load the game. So we're gonna name it demo ship. Here's the display description, that is the text that you found below the ship. So let's put a description for the ship. This is a demonstration ship. That's it. And here is the front edge mesh. You know that model that spins when you load up the game? This is it. There is nothing selected, so let's select your front edge mesh. Now remember, your front mesh has to be inside this folder of the front edge ship. Let's select it. Front. Okay. Left click on the circle, double click on front, and now it is selected. Now here are the display stats. These are only the display stats. They are not the real displays that your ship have. To see the displays, this real stats of a ship in game, load up a track with the ship that you want to see the stats and hit twice F1. So let's put the 10 rise stats on the frontage data. So acceleration 7, speed 5, handling 5, shield I guess it's 4, firepower 3, and it can be any number you want. It's just a slider. Okay, in here everything is done. So edit stats, max speed settings. Here is the setting that will configure the speed of your ship, and here are the values from of the top speed for its speed class. Acceleration settings, same thing. Higher is better, low is worse, whatever. For also for all the stuff. Engine power settings, I highly recommend not fusing with that, because pretty much all ships have these exact same numbers. Steer tilt settings, also again. Air brake settings, blah blah, gravity, anti-gravity settings, grip set. Okay, this is a whole lot of stuff to go in one go. This thing deserves its own tutorial, so I'm not going to do this for now. But if you want to make a mix match or straight out copy a ship, just open the game, load the track with the ship you want to copy, and double tap F1. And you can also just put a prefab of the stats of a ship. So let's put 10 rise stats on the ship. So left click here, select whatever ship you want for it to be, 10 rise, and apply stats. Continue. So okay, some stuff in here change. Top speed 119, 5, whatever. So okay, yes. Next stuff is edit locations. This is all the stuff that left repertoire, blah 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 blah. Yes. Sorry. So okay, you see this is the preview shades camera, which these values over here, which is looking for the camera in the in-game world, which is that. So okay, for now, up in here there is these two tabs over here. See, scene and game. If you click on game, this is the view of that camera where you're seeing over there. So why I was talking about trying to make your ship fit right inside this the ready preview over here of the update skill helper, because if you left click over here in preview chase camera, left click it on it once. Now go back to the in-game tab, you're gonna see that the camera is nice, it's cool over here. It's pretty much ready to go. But you can also change the values, whatever, let's say which is 0, 6, and no. Okay, nothing changed. So, sorry, but which these values you change the stuff. So X, Y, and Z axis, it is you just go looking. Where is it? Nope. Okay. So, sorry, I'm in here. So okay, you got Y, X axis, Y axis. Back to in-game ship. So okay, this is done, right? Preview, phase camera, blah, blah. Edit visuals. Here you can make the color of your engine, but this, as far as I know, this only works for this stock engine trail engine flare. So let's choose a color for engine. So let's pick this big ass blue over here. Okay. No. Again. So let's pick this. The pink engine DIN color. Okay, that's good. So engine bright, engine DIN. It's asking this because the engine kind of flutters in color. This is stock engine at least. So it's going to go back and forth between these colors according to throttle. Oh shit. Mm. Okay. Sorry, I forgot that open. Now mesh references. This is what makes your ship spawn. If you leave this empty, when you load your ship, your game is just going to get stuck because it's literally not loading your ship. So, external mesh. Let's select it by left clicking on the circle. Come on, here. It's looking for our. It's the external mesh. It's looking for our main mesh. So left click on our main mesh, which is the ship you're gonna see on track chase and back chase from the camera view, which is this guy over here. Second, we're gonna reference the cockpit no canopy mesh. Cockpit no canopy, and this will set up the cockpit no canopy mesh. Cockpit with canopy, same thing. Okay, here is real good. Now, cockpit external material index. So this is very important. So you see that it is -1, right? Now remember our cockpit element size. That tab where it is -1, it's looking for what is the element of the external mesh. Our external mesh for our cockpit is element 1. So we're gonna go back there. Let's click in game ship. Cockpit external material index. We're gonna change this -1 for just 1. And now the game is pointing the cockpit external mesh material index to going back here on both of our cockpits to the element 1 for our external mesh. This will make the shape spawn your external material, and it will go according your libraries. Now, edit libraries. Here in this tab is where you make the libraries of your ship. So I can add library. I can put as many libraries as I want, but for the ship we're just gonna make 2 libraries. Now the order that libraries display is in numeric order over here from 1, 2, 3, whatever. You see, this is gonna be wherever you load the ship, this will be the first library that's gonna pop up. This will be the second in place. This will be the third in place. By left clicking on the X, you can remove a library. So let's name this library my out library. So how does this work? In here we have our default library. See, this is our default. The diffuse map are for default library. Just drag it in there. And they are Illumination Map. Same thing over here. Bang. Now the ship does not have a reflection mask, so we will just leave this empty. Well, at least this ship, your ship can have a reflection mask, of course. And for our out library, we're gonna drag our out library in here, and also this exact same million of this guy to here. Now our libraries are properly set up. and you can keep doing it, like can put this over here, whatever, but it's gonna be really ugly in game, so let's not gonna do that. Edge chair breaks. So okay, left click on this green thing over here, edge chair breaks, and again edge chair breaks, and you can have more than two, you can have as many air brakes as you want, but this ship only has two. You can also have just one air brake, so we're gonna add one brake. So over here we have our left air brake and your right air brake. So step by step, just follow me over here, alright? Air brake render, left air brake. Air brake transform, left air brake. Air brake side left. Up angle, negative 45. Now this can be any value as you want. It can be negative 90, it can be positive 2, 45, 90, blah blah blah. Yes. So for my shape it's negative 45. And now this is the rotation axis. So it is assigned to the y-axis, but here over here on Blender, let's take a look what is the perpendicular side, whatever, of my air brake. Let's take a look at our left air brake. Left air brake, select it, and over here we have our left air brake that is lining up with the X plane. So we're gonna put it on the x-axis. X. We're gonna change this to 1, and the Y we're gonna change to 0. Now this is just the game asking for what axis it is looking for, and it's just using binary. So 0 is says to the game no, let's say yes, let's say the game is asking, do I have to turn it on the x-axis? 1 says yes. Do I have to turn it on the y-axis? 0 says no. 0 says no to the z, whatever, same thing. Okay, so our left air brake is almost done. So up speed. As far as I know, you can put whatever value you want in here, but the standard value for pretty much all ships in the game is 25 on up speed and 5 for down speed. Now, the right air brake, we're gonna repeat pretty much the exact same process, which just a few couple changes. So let's go. Air brake render, right air brake transform, right air brake. This is the change I was talking about. Air brake side from left, we're gonna change it to the right. Up angle, negative 45. Rotational axis, 1, 0, 0 on the x-axis, whatever. Speed 25 and 5. Now these edge changes, we just gonna leave this untouched for now, because this goes a bit far beyond, but it's the exact same thing as all the others. You can add one engine, you can remove one engine, you can put as many engines as you want. So it is a single engine ship, so we're just gonna stick to one engine. Leave all of this configuration as untouched. Yes, sorry. Okay. So our ship is pretty much all done. So we're gonna go back over here to this thing I was talking about up here, the export ship setup. So okay, to export your ship to BallisticNG to make it a functional ship, you just have to export it. So let's go. Left click on export ship. Now name your ship. Demo ship. Second, you have to look for your. So let's go. Look for whatever driveway BNG is installed on. So go to BNG. So C drive on my case, program files x86, Steam, Steam apps, common, BallisticNG, user data, double left click on user data, my ships. Over here you can add a folder for your ship. For example, I added a folder for work in progress ships, and here are my work in progress ships. So we're gonna save it in here. So you can just click over here, demo ship, save it. But for me, I just gonna change it from this one, because this is the exact same ship, but the test version, just to see if everything was working. Alright, so we're gonna change it. Yes. Click continue, left click continue, and now Unity is building the ship. Okay, the ship is done. The ship was built. Would you like to open the directory which was saved in? Let's say yes, because let's go to the directory that the ship is saved in. Now let's just go back to Unity for one last really important step. So you gotta save your work, right? Because if you don't, you have to do everything of this again, and it's a lot of time. So let's go, file, left click on file up here, save as, type whatever the name you want your project to be. So we're gonna type in demo ship, or you click here in save, or you can just swap for, let's say this is my last save, I'm gonna swap for it. BNG demo ship. No, I'm gonna make it just a new one. Demo ship. Save. Now your scene was saved. Oh no, the project was saved. Now what you're gonna do now is left click on over here, demo ship. This is gonna be whatever name you name it that. So left click in here, save scene. Left click on save scene. Left click on file and save, and then again left click on save project. Now all of your work is saved. Alright, so if you exit Unity, let's say, and you open it again, demo ship example. Let's wait. So okay, everything is the way we leave it at the way it was, so everything is fine. Now let's play test our new ship. So web ships, left click on BallisticNG, or you can just go to the BallisticNG folder, and you can either launch through Steam or through over here the boot up thing over here, BallisticNG. So let's boot up the game. So okay, right off the bat, there is just one wrong thing that I forgot, and we're gonna fix it right in the moment. You can see right there in the middle of the screen. So I'm gonna close the game, and well, that little thing you saw is the front, is the front of the ship. So okay, why was it so small? So this simplest solution for that is just scaling it up like this. So I'm gonna do my general stuff over here to put it right where it is. So position, let's change everything to 0, 0, 0, 0, and rotation we're gonna add 180 degrees. And if your shape is already kind of facing that way, just be fine with it. So okay, we're gonna export the ship again, and this problem will hopefully be solved. But this is try and error stuff, so we're gonna have to do this a couple of times. So back again, let's click on game ship, export ship, and you're gonna save on top of that that ship we just made it. Demo ship 1 CSF. Yes. Continue, and it's gonna do it again. This time around we won't click yes because the ship, the folder is already open, and we just gonna go there. Boot up the game. I forgot to say about that. The current game version is the 1.1.5. So okay, so look that it's magic, just like magic, right? So everything's fine. So here is the fronted ship for ship, and everything is okay. Nice and okay. So let's play test it. Let's pick up a nice track over here, like Thunder Reverse. So here's the demo ship. Now our library is ready, so we can just choose whatever library we want. There's the description, the name of the ship is fine, and there it is. So let's go.
Perfect lap.
Now you can see our air brakes, those little tabs are functioning properly. In case they are kinda busted up, doing wrong stuff, you just go try and fix it. There's also is the air brake pivot setup tutorial that Cable made a real long while ago. So okay, all the reviews, whatever, cockpit, yes, let's just do test 1, other thing, gameplay, general, cockpit, draw knob off, save, restart, change track ship. So now, yes, fault mode. There it is. Everything is functioning real fine. Start, configure options menu, gameplay, cockpit, home, whatever. Restart, confirm. There everything is. Orbit FPS, whatever, we can look around over here. Nice, right? So that's it for the tutorial. Thanks for watching. watching, I guess. One more thing. So yeah, we have covered a bunch of things, but there are still a lot of things missing. So, but that's gonna be stuff for another video, okay? So I hope this video helped you on setting up your custom ship for the game. And well, safe travels, I guess. Well, goodbye. Thanks for watching.